Welcome back, Cotter. This is your unemployed player of things, with another episode of I Played a Thing, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. And I am wearing the black set today, and I actually cannot use this armor properly because I'm not smart enough. It's one of the rare sets of armor that does have an intelligence requirement. But that's okay, because I look pretty cool. Anywho, we did not actually look at the black set last time, so let's go ahead and check out the flavor text real quick like. It is a black robe, enchanted with resistance to magic, belonged to Strayed of Olafis. Strayed spent several lifetimes as stone. During this hiatus, kingdoms rose and fell, until the land called Drang Lake came to be. Let's see, does the headpiece have anything different? Yes, it does. It is a black hood that grants slight increase to spellcasting speed. Belonged also to Strayed of Olafis. Strayed was invited to the old kingdom of Olafis for his wisdom, but its depth was such that people soon feared him, and in the end Strayed was led into a dreadful trap. So I don't know what fulfilling, or rather not fulfilling, the full requirements for the armor actually does to hinder me. I don't know if it means I don't get the full statistical benefit from the armor, or perhaps if it means I just don't get the passive bonuses, like the boost to casting speed, or the extra magic defense, or what exactly it does, but you know what? We're sticking to light armor anyway, so what the hell? If it doesn't give us much protection, then Fashion Souls is worth it. I don't think we have armored enemies around here, so I'll just use the bastard sword for a while. Save the durability of my big nasty hammer. And yes, we are back in Huntsman's Copse. Oh, also, to ensure I wouldn't get interrupted during my introduction there, I did take off my Bellkeeper ring, so let's put that back on. Just in case I get a good opportunity for some Titanite chunks this time out. Anyway, yes, we are back in Huntsman's Copse, which is the place of undead being the hunted. I think there's someone around here who's gonna drop in on me. Yep, there he is. Oh, and there's our torch-bearing friend who we saw on the bridge. They all go down pretty easy, thankfully. And we get some extra torch time from him as well. Well, burrs are nice, but I really would like to maybe get some prisoner clothing so I can get rid of this beret, as I mentioned. Need something else that'll allow me to improve my item discovery rate. Also, I see a torturer up here, and I want to bring him down so he doesn't ambush me later. Oh, that arrow really fucked him up. I'm surprised at how much damage that did. This is one of the ones with a man-catcher, which is quite a bit more dangerous than the whip one we saw last episode. But if he just wants to try and tiger knee me all day, I'm okay with that. And just like most enemies, if they finish their whole combo and don't hit you, that does leave them a bit vulnerable, but as you can see, he'll also be more than capable of fucking me up if I fuck up my counterattack. And the man-catcher does cause bleed build-up. So that's another threat, and hello, here's another hollow. Oh, shit. That would have been really embarrassing getting killed by a miscellaneous hollow. Alright, let's see what the torturer dropped in the meantime. Ah yes, they do have a chance of dropping cracked red-eye orbs, so if you're an invading type, that's another way you can get a hold of them. Oh, let's see, what else is new? Oh yes, thank you to those folks who had some recommendations that they sent to me for the whole voiceover thing. Thanks especially to Alicia, who was able to provide some specific local stuff, being a person who lives nearby as she is. But I do appreciate the help that everyone had to offer. She was far from the only one. Honestly, most of what I've found so far has been pretty discouraging. You know, it's a very, very competitive field. I don't have the world's greatest acting chops, and in the age of the internet, you're effectively competing with the entire world, but You know, while I'm between jobs and looking for another regular job anyway, this is as good a time as any to try it out. You know, it's not like I'm losing time from my day job or anything. And as a matter of fact, I have a session with a voice trainer on Friday. He's not too expensive, and he seems like a good dude. So, we'll see how it goes. And he said that, you know, he doesn't make a point of stringing people along for multiple sessions if they just don't have it, so if I have absolutely no potential future in the voiceover field, I should find out pretty quick, hopefully. And coming up ahead, we should have our first artificial undead. These guys with the huge sickles, that's what they're called, artificial undead. Although I'm just as likely myself to just call them fat guys. Their weapons do qualify as scythes, and scythes in this game can bypass shields, so that's a bit of a danger with them. You can't really turtle up too much, or you risk having them get their attack around your shield. And they do bleed build up as well, as you probably saw. But they're not terribly fast, and they don't have a terribly sophisticated moveset, so they are manageable. I'm taking a lot of hits, though, losing a lot of health. That's not entirely a good thing. Well, I'll just have to be a little more careful now, won't I? Now, if I'm not mistaken, there are a couple of moths I can shoot from here. I do see one of them over there. Bullseye. Oh, there's another. Just have to get a good angle on it, where the tree's not blocking me. That's more like it. Pardon me, just a little equipment check there. Oh yes, another thank you I meant to impart. Thank you to the folks that pointed out that I missed an item in the boss arena of the Belfry Gargoyles. I did, you're right. That is just a consumable soul. Well, he's in a hurry. As I was saying, that was just a consumable soul item, so I don't really need to go back for that, but now you know it's there. Let's see, there's a couple ways we can go here to properly proceed deeper into Huntsman's Copse, so we would go up that way. But there's a little side area down here with a couple bits of treasure, I believe, so we'll head on down that way. I believe there are also a couple of hunter dudes hiding around down here. Oh, hello, our first Forlorn. Forlorn are NPC invaders, which appear... Well, I think there are two of them that are guaranteed, but for the most part they appear semi-randomly in certain spaces. And they are something new to Scholar of the First Sin. There were no Forlorn in the vanilla release of the game. And the main idea with these guys is just to give you a few more NPC invaders to deal with from time to time. But there is another aspect to them. They have unique equipment that... if you kill enough of them, you can buy their unique equipment from Strayed. So after I've been invaded by a couple of these guys and have taken down some of them, I'll want to check back in with Strayed and see if he's got any of their equipment for sale. I do believe it takes more than one for their equipment to start showing up, though, so we won't need to hurry too... Oh, shitcakes! Well, human-type NPCs aren't usually too much of a headache to fight, but obviously you can't totally sleep on them. I won't need any summons of my own for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and put down my soapstone here. Because my max health is starting to look a little bad, honestly. What was that sound? Oh, hi! You jerk. Alright, our hollow friend should be dropping in somewhere hereabouts. There he is. And his torch-wielding accomplice. That was satisfying. Oh, and it looks like the phone's ringing. I'll put that at the end, and I'll see you in a little while, folks. Well, that co-op session actually took us to an optional area that I may not be ready yet, or ready for yet, I should say. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to include that co-op session at the end of this video. If I don't, I will put it in on a later video. For the time being, however, let's handle things in the present. Well, at least I did get a few souls out of it, even if I did lose some of my Estus in the process. Oh, don't give up your back there, buddy. That is one nice thing about even the man-catcher torturers. They're not terrifically hard to backstab if you dodge or tank some of their combos, or their tiger knee for that matter. You do want to be careful with these artificial undead, not to try and get too many hits in while they're recovering, because they do get their equilibrium back faster than you might expect from big guys with big weapons. Hey. I don't approve of your invisible walls, but I do approve of completely unintentional backstabs. That's a positive. Alright, down goes you. Down goes you. And there was another one around here somewhere, but I can't remember where I saw it. Oh, there's a rather high-placed one. I know that's not the one I shot last time, but... hey, why not? Whoa, hello. I think we found it. Except I still can't see where the goddamn thing is. Alright, this is fucking with my head. I'm running through. Right then. Coming down here, I don't know if I will necessarily be invaded by the Forlorn again, but it is certainly a possibility. One that I will, be prepared for. I'm not positive, to be honest, if you get invaded once, if you'll always get invaded again on subsequent attempts if they kill you the way it happened to me. But it could be. I don't think this is one of the handful that's guaranteed to spawn, though. I gotta watch out for those combos. Yeah, come on, get back here. No, you don't. Back up, regain a little stamina. Bait out the move, and punish. Oop. Ooh. Got a little greedy there. That is a problem I sometimes have. The life gem was what I picked up right here. The human effigy was what I got for killing the Forlorn there. And that is the poison moss that came from the moth I shot down. Now then, I could have sworn there was another enemy or two down here, so I'm keeping alert. I think a little further on there's going to be another artificial gentleman. Yeah, there he is, hiding a little bit. And he's got his back to me, so I wonder if I can creep up and give him a whack. Oh, and because they're big mothers, they do have a unique backstab animation, so that's kind of nifty. And another ooze for the pile. Not complaining. Is there something back here for me? I can't quite get that through the bars, so I'll have to find a way into this little prison earthen mound here. I believe the way to do that is to drop into it from above. Oh, no, there's an opening right here. I know there's at least one of them you have to drop into from above, it just doesn't happen to be this one. Any threats here? Well, you're not really a threat, but I'll put you out of your misery. And we get a Morning Star and a consumable. Don't really care about the Morning Star, but extra souls are always nice. Eek, my hammer's getting a little more beat up than I'd quite like, though. It'd be nice to get my hands on a secondary weapon that I know I'm going to want to keep around for a while so I could maybe upgrade it some. But I don't think the Bastard Sword is going to be that weapon quite yet. And this isn't the strictest sort of progression here, but I just want to make sure I don't miss any good stuff. I think we're going to have some hunters to deal with in this general vicinity. Or, no, this is the optional path, actually. Got myself turned a little bit in a direction I wasn't expecting. Well, it is me doing the navigation, so you know that's going to happen sometime. Oh, hi! Forgot about the torturer here. Well, he's going to be just as easy to backstab as his buddy, although I'm not doing as much damage, what with my not using the hammer. Tiger knee? Bad move! That was pleasing. I'm building up a goodly supply of souls here. Hello, Mr. Skellington. A hammer would be better, but a sword will take you down as readily as I need. Oh, you naughty message people. And we get a notched whip here, which is a whip that can cause bleed. I believe Xanthus King Jeremiah had one in the previous game. It's better in this one, because whips are in general. And it is very effective against bare flesh, but not against enemies with armor or light protection. That's what the hammer's for. And you know something? I think I have a few too many souls to really attempt this one right now, because the chances of me dying are pretty damn good. We're gonna come back for that. Right. Over this direction is what we need for progression. I see you up there. Ho ho ho! One shot right in the melon. Always satisfying. Ah! Moth juice. Where is the moth? I don't care. Alright, this is where I already cleaned out, so we will proceed. Oh, and there's the marathon runner. He's still at it. I think there are just a couple of hollows like this that'll just charge around the levels, and if you can take them down, I think they usually have a unique drop. And yes, he has a trade item. Well, I'll never turn those down. And another of the really good life gems, also a plus. Well, what we have there is a movable bridge, and we need to find a way to lower it. I don't remember exactly where that is found, but I know it's somewhere around here. Oh, hi, doggy. Some asshole just shot me. Oh, there you are. Here we go, an entrance to another mound. Poor unfortunate soul. And anyone else around here? I don't think so. Be wary of ambush. Oh yeah, I think when I go for the lever there, which is what drops the bridge, guy's gonna drop in on me. It's another of those great shield guys like we saw back at the one produce the symbol of the king door. Then we'll go ahead and lower the bridge, and we'll be expecting... Oh no, it's just a thief. Okay. Well, that's even easier. Oh, shit cakes. There's another one. Expected one ambush, get caught by the other. Silly me. Oh well, we got gems. More importantly, the bridge is now down. Now let's see, if I explore around this away... Liar or secret? Key? Huh? This does look like a suspicious wall, but I don't think there's actually anything to it. Now if I explore over this way, is there some way I can get into one of those other prison mounds? Not right this moment, it looks like. So I'm just not going to worry about it. I swear to you folks, I did do a practice run of this game. I'm just very forgetful when it comes to navigational details. And so what we're going to do is do a little more progress until we can get to another bonfire. And then I'll go trade in some of my souls, and then maybe we'll try that optional area. I don't think there's anything of value over here. But yeah, reckless tree chopping. This is a lie. All those message writers playing their trolling games. And what we have here is a bonfire, but we cannot reach it. We'll have to explore a little further ahead and get a key. Well, I guess you could call it one. Alright, going this way, we are going to hit a dead end, but I think there may be a thing or two to find, and at least we can clear out some enemies. Curse ahead. That is true. There are jars here that emit a curse aura. Hello? I see a sconce. But we'll have to get a source of fire first. Yeah, there's one of those curse aura jars. Being close to them, your curse just gradually builds up. And they're easily smashed, but they can be a pain in the ass. Oh yeah, and remember that caster ahead thing? Yeah, there's a necromancer in this area. Yep, they're back. And they can still resurrect skeletons. So what I'm going to do is get rid of the curse jar over here. Get my hands on that treasure, and we'll just have to bypass the skeleton for the moment. And we get some free Titanite and a magic mace that I don't really care about. Excuse me. Whoop. Gotta watch out for the fall here. And there's our necromancer, so let's take him down. And hopefully not get taken down in the process. Need stamina. Oh shit, magic damage, not good. And a curse jar. Everything is terrible. But I got to drink, so that will help. And on a positive note, once we get rid of the necromancer, we don't have to worry about him anymore, because just like in Dark Souls 1, they do not respawn. Let me get out of here, because I need healing in the worst possible way. And now, at least in the immediate area, I can take out the skeletons without fear of them just popping back up on me. And my Covenant sign has been flashing this whole time, but I have just not been summoned at all. Oh well, I'll try not to take it personally. And now you give me souls, which means you're not going to stand back up. Well, I should say, under normal circumstances, necromancers won't respawn. There is one situation where you encounter them in the middle of a boss fight. As a matter of fact, that happens in that very optional area I was talking about that I got summoned to. In that case, I think if you die to the boss, they do respawn. But that is a special case. And this is that dead end I was talking about. Yeah, we're gonna have to open that from the other side. But I am pleased to be rid of that necromancer, at least. Is there anything else to find if I come up this way? I don't believe there is, but we'll explore just to be thorough. Oh, gotta watch my stamina. And now I'm all out of Sunny D. Gotta start whittling down my life gem supply. That's no fun. Oh, hey, buddy. Now, this here is just another way that we could have ended up if we had taken the other fork back at the big corpse fire. I heard someone drop. Did someone drop? Maybe I'm hearing things. So I'm just going to clear out the enemies that are back along that other path, and I thought I would get a backstab in on that guy, but that was a nice double kill. I'm satisfied with that. Oh, we got another marathoner. You get back here, you skeezix. You get back here. Oh, I bet he's trying to lead me into this area, but joke's on him, I've already cleaned it out. Get back here, you. Oh, this is a cheeky bastard. I can't keep up with him. For the love of... Well, I'll get him eventually. What's he gonna do? Just run a lap around this whole area? So we'll end up clearing out the enemies along this other branch anyway. Guy's got some fancy moves for a club fighter. There you are again. Maybe if I go the other way, I'll catch him along the way. I'm gonna see what he drops. Anyway, as I was saying, if I came this way initially, that jerk with the bow would kind of pepper me as I tried to come up this way, but since we came up behind him, I was able to take him out a little more easily. There you are. No, you fucking don't. Ah, a repair powder. That is not a bad prize at all. Alright, now that all the forks in the road shenanigans have been cleared up, we can proceed. And going up this way is what we need. I'm gonna go back to my hammer for a while, because I believe there are a series of enemies up here. Might as well heal as well. Ah, yes. Merciless Rowena. I had quite forgotten. This is a scripted, standard NPC invader. Not like the Forlorn, there's nothing random about Rowena. And she's got a big-ass scythe. Which means there is some danger of her bypassing your shield. So we're gonna take this nice and cautious, but not rely on blocking as much as I normally do. Yeah, you see some of the damage is getting through there too. Well, that went quite nicely, I have to say. She didn't drop anything for me, which is kind of a bummer, but at least I did get some souls. Oh, well, a human effigy at least. As you usually do get for banishing invaders. And I did want to wait for her to come down here after me, because we are going to have some enemies up the hill here. Yes, and there is a key ahead, which is going to open up the path to that bonfire we want to check out. Aren't there some dudes up here? Are they going to try and ambush me? You know what, I think it might be that there were dudes up here in the vanilla game, but In Scholar, they just left it at Rowena, put her in a slightly different location, and left it at that. But there is a moth. And now there isn't. And here we go, the undead lockaway key. That's what I came up here for. Nothing else of significance up this way. Alrighty then. Wonder if I could make that jump. You know what? I'm not inclined to try. What I am inclined to do is head back to base, which we can do easily enough by way of our... Whoa, hello! Where the hell did you come from? Thought I killed everyone along this path. So yeah, we can go back, top up on Estus, get a new bonfire, meet a new friend, and then maybe we'll come back and try that optional area when I'm not hauling around a pile of souls that I don't want to lose. And here we have a new friend. What's his message say? Trio ahead. Yeah, he does seem to have an entourage of sorts there.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him.
And what cheeky prick would that be, good sir?
I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along.
Well, I am glad to be of assistance, new friend. But tell me, who was it that trapped you here?
You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You'll know it when you see it. I've seen this type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead, I tell ya. He's a slick talker, so don't let him fool ya.
Pate? But he seemed so nice. I was looking for my shrug there. I guess I forgot to re-equip it. Anyway. Wow, yeah, Pate was a really polite, friendly guy. I guess this must be that warrior he talked about who rushed ahead of him and got trapped in the Forest of Fallen Giants. Oh well. Anything else to say there, Crate and Barrel?
Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat. And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find the common footpad and put an end to his roguery.
Oh, and another gesture. Fist pump.
Pate, and I'll find...
Well, old Creighton here does seem to be a little more rough around the edges than Pate, but you never know. I wonder who we can believe. Anyway, we'll check out our new gesture. Whoops, wrong button. Oh yeah! But as celebratory gestures go, I do still prefer, joy a little bit. And I want my shrug. Yeah, we'll keep the dual bow and just, put our shrug right there. Ooh. Make sure we get our new bonfire lit. And before I head back to base, you all know what I gotta do. And we've already cleared out the skeletons, so what better time, really? Let's see, I know there were these two. Were there any others in here? Don't believe so, but we'll make good and certain. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. You're safe from me for the moment. Anything back this way? No, there's some nice natural light here. They don't really need it. Alright, so that'll make this cave a little more navigable, should we need to come back through here later. What is this message? Lies. Alright, back to the bonfire, back to the base, and we'll spend some of this loot we've got. First off, I think I want to drop a little money on that Lost Sinner, whatchamacallit, shackle thing.
You need up.
Yeah, that's not too horribly expensive. Not something I'll necessarily be wearing really often, but hey, why not?
Thanks for the purchase. Do come again.
I'm sure I'll be back. And next stop, I'll aboard the level train. Actually, you know what? Scratch that idea. We've got a couple fire seeds we can buy from old Rosabeth here, and we're gonna need to do it sooner or later. Why not do it while we're looking to spend?
I'm glad to...
Yeah, we can afford all three of them, why not? And maybe we can even afford a few more levels on the Pyro Flame while we're at it. Next one's a little bit too expensive, but we do have a couple of consumables on hand.
I'm always here.
Including a Proud Knight, which is worth quite a bit. Lovely.
Yes.
And that'll put our toasty hand up to +4.
I'm always here.
If memory serves, just like in the previous game, it does max out at +10. And I do not believe we can afford a level at this point, so let's make sure of that. Yeah, next one's almost 8,000, so that ain't happening. Let's see, anything else worth buying? I don't think so. We'll just put the remainder of our souls at risk, why not? Alright, let's head on back to the bridge approach. That's probably the best bonfire for our immediate purposes. And you know what? I'm gonna drop one of these again, just in case we have an opportunity to get away without having to use a human effigy. And I'm gonna go to the broadsword, or a bastard sword rather, just so I can save my hammer durability for when I need it most, which will be in the optional area. Dude, your aim is terrible. I see you up there. Look down, dude. I'm right here. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Go ahead. Spin, spin, sugar. I didn't think I was actually going to get that backstab. I don't think you can sneak up on me. Hollows aren't stealthy. That includes you. And you. And I don't even know if you're hollow, but I do mean you as well. Well, actually, since you're one of the undead hunters, I suppose you wouldn't be hollow now, would you? And Mr. Fake Stuff. Don't walk away from me. That's a nice solid swing there, but gotta get your aim right. Yeah! Moth, on the other hand, its aim is just fine. I still can't see where the freaking thing is. I know where you are. I know there was one up high in this general vicinity. Where was it? Yeah, I lost track of him again. Forget it. Didn't lose track of you, though. Damn it, drop some of your item discovery stuff for me. Oh, hey, I think this is one of those spots that we can drop into from above. And we got a nice convenient hill right here with which to do so. And so I shall. Oh, this is where that Great Shield Jerk was. I knew there was one of them around here somewhere. Oh. Come on, let me behind you. You know you want to. That sounded a little dirtier than I strictly intended, but that's okay. We're all adults here. And here I am picking up a respectable quantity of souls again. This is kind of counterproductive. Oh well. Visions of treasure? Reality of treasure. An upgrade to our Estus flask. I'm not sorry to see that. And one more thing over here, which is a bit of magic. Probably not going to use it, but we can look at it. Soul Spear is a sorcery that fires souls shaped into a spear. Funny how that works. This spell was said to have been devised by a master sorcerer, but his name is long forgotten. We haven't forgotten him. That was a work of Big Hat Logan. Nice guy, a little crazy. Thanks, message. Alright, moving along. I believe we are on course this way if we... Yep, this should be about right. Oh, there's another man-catcher dude. Hope you enjoyed the slide. Ah, thought maybe I could get the backstab there, but no dice. Gotta be a little more careful with my stamina. It's like I'm used to having more than I currently do. But all's well that ends well. We'll drop the skeleton again, just because we can. Yep, nothing of importance over this way. So, save my ass just a little bit, and we shall proceed into a giant clusterfuck of torturers. There is just a pile of them over here. And we must proceed with great caution to avoid aggroing them more than one at a time, because that would be really bad. They just jump down from those big old pillars you saw up ahead. And fighting one of them in a narrow space is not strictly a good idea, but... Oh, it very nearly gave me his back. At least we can get a couple of hits in. And back off in a nice big hurry, so we don't run out of stamina. Oh! Good job. Got a nice piece of me there. Credit where due. But once again, she what laughs last, laughs best. Maybe we can... Whoops. Gotta use the bow properly there, Salad. We can get this one to come out a little bit early. Take off nearly half his health with a nice headshot. And he's a whip guy anyway, so he's much easier than his catch-bowl-wielding brethren. I believe there are 2 more up ahead. Or is it 3 more? Yeah, I think it is 3 more. Oh, shit cakes. One of them saw me. Fortunately, 2 of them didn't see me. We'll bring him back into the open area here to make sure his buddy doesn't see me. That's what we like. Nice and cooperative with the backstab. And that worked out pretty well. And the last one there is not hiding on a pillar, he's just up there on the wall. But we see him, yes we do. What the hell was that? It's like he tried to jump off the cliff and missed. Where'd he go? Huh. He must have gotten lost somewhere, maybe fell off the path to a lower area. Well, as long as I don't have to deal with him right now, I'm willing to live with that. Now, 5 figures of souls. All at risk in a boss fight that kills me fairly often. I'm not entirely at ease with this situation. Well, can't be helped. You do have to be careful on this here bridge because, as you can see, there are gaping holes that are more than happy to accept your body. And a couple of hollows that would be more than happy to surprise you if you just walk by them without picking them off. But we're not going to do that. We're going to pick them off right away. And we're going to pop another gem because we are going to have a fight with an NPC invader up ahead. As our welcome to the Undead Purgatory. And I have taken out the hammer because he is quite well armored. And he has my favorite weapon, the mighty Great Shield. He can swing that shit like it's made out of paper. I envy him. Well, we'll be able to use it someday. Whoop. Oh! Oh, guard break! Not good. Oh, damn it. Well then, I'm gonna go right back through all that, try and recover my souls, and I'll have my summon sign down. Since you've seen this journey already, I'm gonna cut it out, and when I get to where I was, I will rejoin you, and if I get any good co-op sessions, then as long as they're not spoiling anything I haven't done yet, then we will put them at the end of the video. Alright, back on the bridge. I did have another co-op session, but it didn't work out, which is why I am still looking a bit hollow here. I'll take on the Greatsword guy again. Hopefully it'll go a little better this time. Gotta watch out for those... Oh! Fucking backswing. Jesus Christmas! I usually don't have quite so big an issue with this gentleman. And it occurs to me I really should have prioritized picking up my dropped souls there. That was foolish of me. Oh well. We'll keep at it. Alright, back to the bridge. Did some co-op, got some souls. Which is not a good situation for the boss fight coming up, but at least we get to take on Red Guy again. Oh, and man did he get a piece of me. He recovers fast, man. Well, I got some hits in on him at least. The retaliation was a little close for comfort, but you don't get to guard break me. I didn't say you could do that. And that weapon's got range, and it can be fast. And it always, always, always hurts. I appreciate him giving me the occasional opportunity to heal at least. It's got some health. Been beating on him pretty good with my strongest weapon here, and he's still only a little below half health. Oh. And there's that super armor effect that I discussed happens with big weapons. He just was swinging his weapon, so he ended up poisoning right through my attack. Oh, not good. And I'm not sure why he just decided to stand there and let me hit him in the back. That's just an NPC Red Phantom, by the way, rather than a proper invader. So, we don't get the invader banished or anything. And there's a summon sign, and I hate doing this boss fight alone, so I'm going for it. Come along, Blade. Thank you so much for showing up, sir. Oh, and are you wearing the black set too? Hey, we're twinsies. I don't know why you're chiding me. Well, whatever. We'll worry about that treasure later. For now, let's just worry about the boss. The Executioner's Chariot, folks. Pain in the dick. It has tons of skeletons. They have necromancers attached, so they will revive. And they revive especially quickly when the boss knocks them down. Fortunately, you can duck into those cubby holes to keep yourself relatively safe. The hitbox is kinda weird though, so you're not perfectly safe in them. You can swear you're out of the way, but it'll still run you down. At least we can get that skeleton permanently out of the way now that its necromancer is down. I'll try and make a little progress, duck into another hole. Okay, I think that one's gonna get back up because we do have a second necromancer to worry about. Try and make some progress every chance we can, though. And what we are ultimately trying to do is get to a switch that we can use to drop a gate in front of the Executioner's Chariot. And then it can't run around the track anymore and will have to fight us properly. That is the eventual goal here. Second Necromancer. Kill him! Kill him! Alright, no more skeleton revivals. Let's let the chariot go by one more time, and then we will pull the lever. Okay, gate is dropped. Next time it comes around the track, it's gonna get broke. There's still a skeleton, we'll make sure we get him out of the way. And now, we have the horse to worry about. Being behind it is actually, in my opinion, the worst place to be, because it can do that mule kick on you really fast. At least when you're in front of it, it takes a moment to really get its attack going. Oh! Got caught a little bit by its dark magic there. That is dangerous. So we will get a little healing. Blade has been a huge help in helping keeping the skeletons off my ass. So it's got some frontal attacks. It's got that charge that it just knocked my ass down with. It's got that dark breath, which is quite a headache. Got the mule kick. And it's got some bites with its heads. What are you gonna do, buddy? What you gonna do? You're gonna charge and knock my ass down again. I gotta stop falling for that. Oh, the big smash. That's another thing it can do, is rear up with its front hooves and smash you that way. Oh, shit. Not taking to my own advice and looking out for the mule kick. So yeah, you will notice that the charioteer is actually dead already, so the real boss here is actually the horse. No, you don't. Die! Not counting the co-op, my first proper try at the boss. That rarely happens. Thank you so much, Blade. I sincerely don't think I could have done it without you. Well, I hope I got your humanity restored or something. Now then, let's take a moment to gather the treasure that we passed on the way here. I don't think there was a whole lot of it. Leftover skeleton. You're no big deal without your necromancer revivals. Just a fading soul. I think there are a bunch of crappy consumables along the track here. Just people that the Executioner presumably ran over long, long ago. And let's take a look at the entry. Yeah, here we are. No, don't try jumping off. So, you come in this way. Sometimes people will turn right and immediately plummet to their deaths, but as the Executioner's chariot runs around the track, it just jumps over the gap here and keeps going, making the full circle. Now, there is one other way to beat it without dropping the gate, You can do little bits of damage to it as it runs by, as it goes around the track. However, that's a hard way to kill it properly. But, if you do enough damage to it as it's making the circuit, it will eventually take enough damage that it can't make the jump anymore. And it just kind of gets stuck there hanging onto the edge of the precipice, and then you can make it fall into the gap with one hit and kill it. Kind of like you can do with Ceaseless Discharge in the original game, if you make it jump at you and get stuck on the ledge. Now there's where we drop the gate. And that way we can meet a new friend, although we don't have an item yet that will actually make him a friend to us. Here's the other side of the gap. There is a tasty here. And a pretty good consumable soul it is. Yep, staying calm, always good advice. But yeah, the dude up ahead, we don't have the item yet that'll actually make him a friend to us. But we can meet him at least, and there's a bonfire here, so we can easily get back to him once we do have the thing he wants. I believe somewhere up here there might be a treasure. Let's see if we can make our way to that. Yep, right here around the corner. And some more cracked red-eye orbs. Thanks, message. There is no illusory wall. People love trolling with that idea. Yeah, he's kind of lifting his staff there. Or a scythe, more accurately. He is kind of a butthole. A bleeding one, even, perhaps. Everyone thinks he's a bleeding butthole. Well, he won't help us right now, but we'll talk to him. Little guy.
What is it? Oh, you trot along home. This place won't be any fun. Not for you. What is it? Oh.
Now, what this gentleman wants to see in our inventory is a token of spite. That's like those tokens we get for helping people in co-op, but that is a token we would get for killing someone in PvP. Now, since I am not that interested in invading, I don't actually have any tokens of spite, but later in the game we will find a place where we can pick one up free, and so we'll come back here then. In the meantime, I'm just going to set the bonfire. And we'll take a look at that boss soul we just picked up. Soul of the Executioner's Chariot, that holds control over the undead purgatory. The chariot was created only to torment undead, and it took the form of a horrendous mad steed, a window into the soul of its master. So, yep, the soul actually belongs to the horse. The Executioner, I guess, was just along for the ride. And this soul, I believe, we don't need the blacksmith we have access to later. We can just trade that to Strayed. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Where the hell... Oh, there we are. We will take out the citizenry, as is our usual habit. We'll be here often enough that probably they'll eventually stop respawning. And that will be all the more convenient. Hey, Strayed.
Souls. I mean soul. If you bigger.
Oh, be nice. So, for that, we could get the shield crossbow. The iron plate serves as a shield while firing. The merciless chariot inflicted agony upon others with utter impunity, and the crossbow created from its soul strives to protect from possible retribution. This is a pretty cool item, and I think it's probably the one I'll take. The idea with it is, it's a fairly standard crossbow in most respects, and not a brilliant one statistically, but it does block shots, or block other attacks, with not very good stability, mind you, while you are aiming. So for sniper duels, it's actually quite handy. And we could alternately get the Chariot Lance, which has a cross-shaped bleed that causes bleeding. I mean a cross-shaped blade that causes bleeding. The perverse design of this spear mirrors the chariot from which it came, a merciless creation that endlessly tortured the undead. Yeah, we'd need some more dexterity to use that anyway. Although, you know what? This is a tough decision. Ah, hell with it. I'm gonna do what I usually do and go with the shield crossbow. Probably nothing I'll make heavy use of, but I don't know if I want to spend levels on that dexterity to get me able to use the lance. And since we have such a magnificent bounty of souls, we might as well look into some of the things that Straight has for sale. Oh, and he does already have one of the Forlorn's items, the Hood. Hood of the Forlorn, who wander the land of the undead. Born of Aldia's obsession with the first sin, the Forlorn lost both their corporeal form and a world to call their own. Now they drift into other worlds, ever in search of a home. But without self, one has neither beginning nor end, and so the Forlorn have only to wander. And as we fight and repel more Forlorn, he'll get more of their items. For now, however, I think what I really want is Flameswaith, which is a damn good bit of pyromancy.
Feeble, cursed one. Do you really think you can manage the glories that are my spells?
I love you too, Strayed. And look, we're totally twinsies. Thank you for the clothes, by the way. Ooh, I just realized something. I haven't bought that ring yet from Falcon. We really need to do that. Fortunately, he's just a bonfire away. Hey, folks.
The dark.
Now what we have here is the Ring of Life Protection. A divine ring that watches over one's life, created by the students of Ivory Roans, Sage of Lindelt. Its great protective power will protect you from any loss upon death, but after its power is spent, the ring will break. So it's sort of like the rings in Dark Souls 1 that were single-use. The nifty thing about this one is that you can repair it. Now, it was really, really OP in the original Dark Souls 2 release, because it didn't cost very much to repair. In this game, on the other hand, they bumped up, well, in Scholar of the First Sin, it's still Dark Souls 2, but in this release of it, they have increased the repair cost to 5 figures, so you can't just use it willy-nilly. But if you do have a big pile of souls that you don't want to risk, it is a very valuable thing indeed.
Come again, as you like. The dark is always within you.
No doubt I will, good sir, no doubt I will. Now then, this episode has run quite long thanks to my multiple silly failures, but we will go spend our souls on some levels, and then we will call it a day.
Bearer of less.
Alright then, I believe once we've got our first attunement slot, it only takes a few levels to get another one, so let's go ahead and do that. Very good, very good. So now we can attune 2 bits of magic, which is a definite positive. We won't be using a lot of magic, but it's good to have a little versatility in what we can do. Now then, what to do with the rest of our levels? Well, we definitely need endurance. And we definitely need vitality. And how about some more HP as well? Oh yeah, Sublime Bone Dust. Don't want to forget about that. Estus plus 2, the concentrated Sunny D. And finally, we got a couple of pretty high quality, well, we've got one high quality consumable anyway. And just maybe that'll be enough for another level. Oh, just a tiny bit short. Alright, well, at least we're close to being ready for another level. In the immediate, though, I think we've done enough for one day. And I did actually show you the optional boss fights, so we will be able to show those co-op sessions. Please do stay tuned for the end of the video if you'd like to see them. In any case, it has been a pleasure as always, friends, and I hope to see you real soon now. Take care. Today's episode of I Played a Thing has been brought to you by such wonderful folks as Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Charlie Dunst, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Johnny Millennium, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Craig Patterson, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Darren Chow, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, and Argyle Jelly. My thanks go out as well to all of my other generous patrons, and to all of you commenters, subscribers, and watchers. Very glad to have you along, and until next time, here's some jolly cooperation.